Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a lightning rod for controversy. His views on vaccines have drawn both fervent support and fierce criticism. However, beneath the heated debates lies a crucial truth. Kennedy possesses a deep-seated commitment to public health. This commitment, coupled with his legal acumen and history of challenging powerful institutions, makes him uniquely qualified to tackle a pressing yet often ignored issue: the potential dangers of wireless radiation. As Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kennedy has the potential to ignite a revolution in research, regulation, and public awareness, safeguarding present and future generations from the unseen threat of our increasingly wireless world. The HHS stands as a bulwark of public health, wielding considerable influence over research funding, safety standards, and interagency collaboration. Under Kennedy's leadership, this influence could be harnessed to address the wireless radiation issue head-on. Imagine an HHS that prioritizes independent research into the biological effects of RF radiation, pushing beyond the outdated and industry-influenced thermal-only paradigm. Picture an HHS that collaborates closely with the FCC and EPA, demanding updated safety standards that reflect the latest scientific evidence. Envision an HHS that launches nationwide public awareness campaigns, empowering individuals with the knowledge and tools to minimize their exposure to potentially harmful radiation. This is the potential that Kennedy's leadership represents: a bold departure from the status quo and a resolute commitment to safeguarding public health in the digital age. While his stance on vaccines remains a point of contention, there's a crucial distinction to be made. Vaccines are generally a one-time or infrequent exposure. Wireless radiation, on the other hand, is a constant and inescapable presence in modern life. The potential for cumulative, long-term effects from this ubiquitous exposure demands serious attention, regardless of one's stance on other public health issues. Kennedy's focus on transparency and scientific rigor, often demonstrated in his vaccine advocacy, can be a powerful asset in navigating the complex and contentious world of wireless radiation research and policy. By demanding rigorous safety testing and challenging corporate influence, Kennedy can ensure that public health decisions are guided by evidence, not profit margins. Kennedy's track record speaks volumes about his unwavering dedication to holding powerful entities accountable for environmental and public health threats. His landmark victory in the Environmental Health Trust et al. V. FCC lawsuit in 2021 serves as a potent example. The court's ruling confirmed that the FCC had disregarded substantial scientific evidence regarding the non-thermal risks of RF radiation, forcing the agency to reevaluate its outdated guidelines. This legal triumph underscores Kennedy's ability to challenge regulatory capture, a phenomenon where government agencies become beholden to the industries they're meant to regulate, and champion evidence-based policymaking. The FCC's current safety standards, established back in 1996 during the infancy of the mobile revolution, are woefully out of date. These standards rely solely on the thermal effects of RF radiation, neglecting the wealth of scientific evidence pointing to potential harm from non-thermal biological effects. These effects, including DNA damage, oxidative stress, and neurological disruption, occur at levels far below those needed to cause heating. Ignoring this growing body of research is akin to claiming that smoking poses no health risks because it doesn't immediately burn your lungs. The FCC's reliance on outdated science, influenced by heavy lobbying from the telecommunications industry, has left the public vulnerable to potential harm from the very devices that have become integral to modern life. The scientific community has sounded the alarm about the potential non-thermal effects of RF radiation, but their concerns have been largely ignored by regulatory bodies beholden to industry interests. The National Toxicology Program study, a landmark research effort, found clear evidence of cancerous tumors in rats exposed to RF radiation levels comparable to those emitted by cell phones. Similar findings emerged from the Ramazzini Institute study, further solidifying the link between RF radiation and tumor development. More recent research delving into the genetic makeup of these tumors has revealed striking similarities to human gliomas, suggesting a direct link between animal studies and human health risks. This growing body of evidence demands immediate attention, yet regulatory action has been sluggish at best, hampered by industry influence and a reluctance to acknowledge the potential health risks associated with a technology so deeply embedded in our lives. The Biden-Harris administration's decision to halt the NTP's research into RF radiation, despite its groundbreaking findings, raises serious questions about the influence of the telecommunications industry on government policy. Kennedy, with his proven track record of challenging such influence, can be a powerful advocate for restarting this crucial research program. Moreover, under his leadership, the HHS can broaden the scope of wireless radiation research, exploring areas of particular concern. This includes investigating the heightened vulnerability of children, whose developing nervous systems and thinner skulls may make them more susceptible to RF radiation's effects. Another crucial avenue for research lies in understanding the cumulative effects of long-term, low-level RF radiation exposure. While a single instance of using a cell phone might not pose a significant risk, the constant bombardment from Wi-Fi routers, cell towers, and personal devices over a lifetime could have insidious long-term health consequences. Investigating this aspect of RF radiation exposure is crucial to understanding its true impact on human health. Additionally, the HHS, under Kennedy's guidance, can prioritize research into bioelectric disruption, a phenomenon where RF radiation interferes with the delicate electrical signaling that governs cellular communication and gene expression. This disruption, as posited by the cellular latent learning model, could have profound implications for developmental disorders like ADHD and autism. One of the most effective ways to address the potential risks of wireless radiation is to empower individuals with the knowledge to make informed choices about their exposure. Kennedy's HHS can spearhead public awareness campaigns that highlight simple yet effective measures to minimize RF radiation exposure. These campaigns can encourage the use of speakerphone or wired headsets during phone calls, keeping devices away from the body, especially during sleep, and establishing tech-free zones in homes and schools. By promoting these straightforward behavioral changes, the HHS can significantly reduce the public's overall RF radiation exposure without requiring drastic lifestyle overhauls. Beyond individual action, Kennedy can leverage his position to push for sweeping changes in RF radiation safety standards. Collaborating closely with the FCC, he can advocate for regulations that reflect the latest scientific understanding of non-thermal biological effects, prioritizing long-term health risks over short-term industry profits. This includes revising exposure limits, particularly for vulnerable populations like children, and mandating clearer labeling on wireless devices, informing consumers about potential risks. Kennedy's appointment as HHS Secretary has the potential to be a watershed moment in the fight against the often ignored threat of wireless radiation. His unwavering commitment to transparency, scientific integrity, and challenging corporate influence makes him the ideal candidate to lead this charge. By reviving and expanding crucial research, empowering the public with knowledge, and pushing for updated safety standards, Kennedy can usher in a new era of public health protection, one where the invisible threat of RF radiation is acknowledged, understood, and mitigated, safeguarding the well-being of current and future generations. The time for complacency is over. The time for action, led by champions of public health like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is now. Visit RF Safe to learn more.